Should be up. I think the stream is open, guys. I'm not entirely sure. You can go and check. So yeah. Can you guys listen to the music or no? Do you have no, I already have the music. Do you listen to the music or no? Okay. Um okay. But now do you listen to the music that I have? Give me 1 minute.
Emperor right now.
Alright. Oh, there you are. Okay. There's like 85 friends online right now, so.
Say, are you blocked there too?
No.
Okay.
You just hate me on Twitter, that's it. You know.
Twitter hates everybody, man.
apparently. Alright. Emperor joins spectate. I go on to custom and practice CS and.
Do you want me to turn off the stream or no?
Just leave it up. I mean, we're gonna start in 10 minutes, so just leave it up. People are talking on it right now anyway, so.
Okay.
As long as we're muted. They're like. Oh, so they can't hear us. Cool. Oh, but they can hear me. So if I started trash talking all the no, I'm kidding.
I love how we all have pro team icons.
Oh yeah, this is great. Different ones too.
Oh yeah, I gotta rock the OG, man.
Bad. I got Q Tigers. How am I supposed to spectate? Because there's no more spectator slots. Crap. Wait, what?
If you can hear us, give us a kappa.
Nothing yet. Coach of Team MKG. Crap. Okay.
Oh, we got a kappa pride. We got a kappa pride off that.
Okay, so they can hear us. Alright.
That's good.
Cool.
Oh no,
Whatever.
they hear
I
our
don't care if they
secret
can hear
plans.
us. So it sounds like we're talking to nobody right now.
Yes, this is the game. I hope you all enjoy it. Thank you.
Music is a little loud.
Oh, did you see that sick play?
Whoa, what a flash headbutt! There's nothing.
Bronze flash into the wall.
Only you, Emperor. Only you.
No. I actually had the best play ever. I was playing Nami, and Vi was soloing Dragon, and sadly I didn't take Dragon, but she was low enough where I just tidal wave, flash bubble, then Tycaller blessing, and then just auto attack her to death. So much rage after was so great.
I remember one time, just once this ever happened, I stole Baron with a Janna Tornado, and I actually went nuts. I just lost it. I was like, I'm done. Like, that's it. I retire. I've won League of Legends.
Dude, everyone underestimates the Janna Tornado.
Yeah, it actually does a lot of damage when it's a little bit of AP.
Like, if you're not familiar with ARAM, then you have no idea how much damage that AP Janna does.
Yeah, exactly.
Doesn't matter if you're tank, it doesn't matter if you're squish, you get hit with one of those, at least almost half your health's gone. It's
I know.
Just gonna...
Great. Hello guys, welcome to the IML pre-show, where we talk about literally random things, like our solo queue adventures.
And ARAM.
Comment your solo queue adventures. Raven,
Yes,
what was your most epic solo queue play ever?
My most epic solo queue play ever. It was actually a few days ago.
Where is Canada?
They're coming in.
Okay.
Soon.
Hey!
Oh, they can all hear you, by the way, Scruffy. Say hi.
What's
Yeah.
up?
Anyway, were we talking about the most epic solo queue play?
Yeah.
A few days ago, actually, it was, I was playing Annie mid, because, you know, you play Annie, you're gonna win, almost always. So, you go over, like, we just won a team fight. Team was about half health. I'm hiding over by blue side Raptors, getting ready to recall, and they come out, and I tell the team, I'm like, just fight this, we're gonna fight it. And they're like, no, we're not fighting this, so. And of course, I just flashed over, got the Tibbers ult, drained them all, and then my AD carrier was playing Corky that game, just delivered the package in, hit the Gatling gun, got a pentakill, game's over.
Wow.
It was, like, I'd like to say it was all me, but I mean, the Corky was pretty good, so.
That's good.
What about you? Any good solo queue adventures yet, lately?
Not really. I mean, I'm a support main, so I don't get that many great plays. However, I did last season get a quadra kill with Janna, which is pretty hard to do. Almost got the penta, but then it got stolen from me. But yeah, I had my fully stacked, what do you call that thing? The book. Shoot.
Medjai?
Yes, Medjai's, yeah.
The Soul
So
Stealer!
I had fully stacked Medjai's and a death cap. And then just the rest of support items as a full build, and I got a quadra kill. It was pretty good.
Nice.
Happy.
I got, I think,
Oh,
a quadra kill yesterday with Lucian, so that was cool.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
Easy peasy. And I
I
think,
feel horrible.
I think when I was like playing for a team mid, I got an AP Ezreal pentakill. That was really cool as well.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Not the pussy build that you sit behind and you're like pew pew pew. No.
Yeah.
The deep build.
Canadia's the only one not here. They're coming. They're coming. We are starting in 5-ish minutes, everybody, so bear with
Alright.
us. This is the first night of IML. Just give the people who are already watching a little bit of structure. Basically what's happening is the top 4 teams go to the playoffs, where the top 2 teams join in the ICS. So it's very similar to LCS and Challenger Series. It's a big deal to win this and do well. Yeah. And it's also best of 3, so by the end of this, we would not have any voices left. Great.
Yeah, but that's why they have 3 of us this time.
Exactly, we can take turns
That's why there's
burning our
3.
voices. Okay, we need to get the other teams in here.
Okay, I just
Hey,
stopped.
esports, hey, they're in here now. Awesome.
Okay, so I stopped the music. I'm gonna pull out soon the main screen when we get into Champion Select Boys, so just hang on with us a little bit.
So I have a completely
Alright.
noob lord question, because I'm completely new to this TeamSpeak stuff.
Alright.
How do you switch to non-push to talk? Because I have been
So
looking
you go on
literally ever.
settings, go on options, and then you'll see under capture. There's push to talk, continuous transmission, and voice activation detection. That's usually the best one.
Are we good to go? Are we good?
Yes, I can hear you.
Finally, I don't have to like spam the spacebar.
Yes, exactly.
And that is Swifter's lesson number 1 on how to switch from push to talk to hands-free TeamSpeak.
You're welcome.
If you enjoyed this presentation, please like and subscribe. Share.
Leave a comment on the comment section. Wait, that's YouTube. Crap. Leave a kappa in the Twitch chat. Anyway, to talk about Tarek. Tarek is my favorite champion. I really love the romance story between Tarek and girl.
Is that coming from old Gregor?
Yep.
Yeah, well, like I said, he's one of my good friends. He plays a lot of Tarek, and I always used to give him so much crap for it. Like, why are you playing Tarek? He's so horrible. No one plays Tarek. And then quite a few times he's really came through, and I was like, man, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for giving you so much grief about Tarek. It was the worst thing. I felt so bad.
Alright, I have to... Here, I'll be right back.
User left your channel. User was moved out of your channel.
Okay.
Yes, ZZ Rot Tarek. Yes. Another build that I was really not too fond of, but you proved me wrong. You proved me wrong.
User joined your channel.
I'm back.
Yo, welcome back.
Alright. T-minus 2 minutes, I think.
Hey, Sergeant Knucklesax, aka another one of my friends, Brandon. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for watching.
Merci beaucoup. In Canada, that means thank you very much. For all you Frenchies.
And old Gregor, I'm going to have to ask you to refrain from messaging me on League saying Nami is bad. Thank you. I don't know why I get so much flack for that.
They hate you.
Yeah, like, it's just because I want to be a mermaid for 30 to 40 minutes. I don't understand why it's apparently such a big deal for people. Mama Luke's one, my good old mother. Thank you for joining us this evening.
Mama Luke's, is that your mother?
That is my mother.
I said mother really weird. Mother? Hello,
yeah, that is my
Dan.
mama.
Or that's weird. What's your last name?
My last name is, it's Arel. It's pretty hard to...
Hello, Mama Aurel. I have
Mama
speech
Aurel?
impediments, and that's
Mama
not even fun to say at all.
Everyone just calls her Mama Misty. It's the cool part about her. She's considers everybody a son. It's so awesome. She's a really cool chick.
Awesome.
Yeah,
That's cool. My mom hates League.
Oh, it's okay. My mom doesn't... Okay, and like she doesn't like it, but she doesn't hate it because she has no idea what's going on, so she can't hate something she doesn't know anything about.
Well, that is true.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's like saying I hate Jin. I haven't played Jin, so...
You don't know if you hate Jin.
Yeah,
Do you
exactly.
actually hate Jin?
I think he's
heard
pretty fun.
people... Yeah, like I've seen videos and like watched a couple people play him. Like I just never really like, what I say, have the balls to play him yet because I'm so bad at AD carry anymore. So I'll just say I'll play support. Everybody else just carry me.
Yeah, I get carried a lot. I don't know how I made plat last season.
Yes, Brandon, do post the stream to Facebook. Thank you. 18 people already. We haven't even started the game yet. Awesome. Thank you guys so much.
We are starting soon, though.
Very soon, but
Bear with
wait,
us.
do we have the music playing right now, or
No, no.
no?
Okay, so who needs a spot in... I'm really confused.
Batman.
Coach can just spectate, right? Yeah, I think he can.
Yeah.
Oh, we
Let's
have.
he just spec.
I don't. Yeah. Sorry guys. The issue we're having right now is the coach of one team cannot join or spectate because we're a little bit full, but we're gonna fix this soon.
How long is your delay, Jim?
I think it's the minimum delay of Twitch, which is about 10 seconds. So
Okay, we're just trying to fix this. Once we get this fixed, ladies and gentlemen, we will be starting. Bear with us.
Is that Phoenix side in for God of T?
Yes,
Okay.
it is.
I'm pretty sure they could also maybe set up like a Skype and then they can share a screen also if they're not like
Are we
spectating the game.
good? Are we ready?
Are we ready though?
Yeah, I need a yes from both sides. Both sides say yes, right?
Okay.
Yes, both sides are ready. Okay, let's get this thing started. Let's go.
Alright boys,
All right, we're sitting here into Champion Select. What do you guys think the first band's gonna be? Oh, never mind, too late. No, I do believe Jin is not able. Is Jin able to be picked in this?
Yes, he is.
Okay,
so it is patch 6.3, so he is.
Okay, so all champions will be allowed. Udyr coming out, the band.
That band, though, that's one that we kind of expected to see. Obviously, with the new item, it basically gives Zed another Zed ult, which isn't very fun. Yes, they did nerf his ult, but obviously the item gives him a little bit more power on his ult, so that is not surprising to see that ban.
Yeah, nobody wants to deal with 2 Zed ults. I don't even want to deal with 1. All right, the Malphite band coming out. Okay.
I mean, that one's purely for that team fight. Obviously, Malphite's just a really strong top laner right now. The Lulu band, good band, obviously, because Lulu's just such a strong pick. Whether it's the mid lane, top lane, even support, she's just such a strong utility champion. You want to get rid of her off the bat. See what they go here. I expect the Mundo band. No Mundo ban, which is surprising.
I don't think Mundo is that worthy of a ban anymore because when you have Trundle up on the opposing side, they can easily just counter Mundo with like stealing the stats. So unless you pick them both together, I don't think they're that much of a threat. So
that is true. That is true. The
surprised,
Tom Kench ban, that's one that we're not seeing as much. It's starting to die down a little bit. It's still definitely a strong ban because Tom Kench is annoying just because of his kit. But he's definitely been nerfed pretty hard with that ultimate, the passive on his ultimate, so still a good ban, nonetheless.
But still, first day of IML in the Kench's bench. Come on.
Yeah, we gotta release the Kench, guys.
Yeah, I was crossing the fingers hoping for a Kench, but
Honestly,
hey,
that's a boring game, though. We want to see
this is
people
why it's a
die.
best of 3. This is why it's a best of 3.
Who do you think the first pick's going to be here? There's not many power picks up. However, Poppy is up, Shen is up. Those are 2 picks that are very strong.
Graves is up also. Fiora is up.
Graves.
I'm gonna have to say Thresh. Oh, it was a Thresh. I was right.
Wow.
Awesome.
Spot on.
All right, that's good. That's good. Let's see if you can land the hooks. Land the hooks and get real control in that bot lane.
Honestly, you know, when you see the Thresh, the question is, does the Callista follow? And because they only had the 1 pick, right now the other team has the chance to grab the Callista from them if they can see into that. But we'll see. Right now, kind of hovering that Trundle, which is a very strong pick at the moment too. Even though he got nerfed, he's still a strong support.
Absolutely, with the placement of the pillar, it can just completely make or break. You know, getting a pick up a kill, good at starting the team fight, get somebody out of a jam if they have to. Alistair.
However, MidKnight Gaming doesn't care, and they go Trundle top. Unless that's an Alistair jungle, but I assume that's an Alistair support, which is very good. I personally am a support main. I absolutely love Alistair. He is such a strong support right now. Despite a little bit of a nerf on his heal, he is still very, very strong.
Caught it. We got the Callista pick coming in. So it will be Callista Thresh bot lane. Coming in for Demonic Pro and Vedic side.
Yeah, that's kind of what I predicted was the Callista Thresh. I mean, when you see that bot lane, it's clearly a bully bot lane, and now they got to deal with that. Now Thresh, Alistar into Thresh is a good pick. If they pick this Caitlyn here, that's an extremely safe bottom lane, so they're not going to be too worried about that Callista Thresh, but I love the Poppy pick. The Poppy pick's great.
Absolutely, yeah. With the Caitlyn pick, Sol will be able to, to kind of keep the distance between the aggression that Team Exile is going to want to put into him. Very safe pick. Of course, you got the Alistair heals as well, like you said. So it's definitely very safe versus a very aggressive bot lane.
Yeah, I'm a little bit confused by the picks by getting the Trundle and the Alistar. You give up early and saying that the Trundle is gonna most likely go in the top lane. So blind picking Trundle, I don't think they needed to pick that much. I felt like maybe picking up a Pop instead of Trundle would have been much better.
Absolutely.
Cause now blue side can just counter pick Trundle. So I'm a little bit confused by that pick. I think Kalista with Thresh is really strong. Um, I'm not sure about the first pick for Thresh. I think they could have first picked Poppy and maybe not let the red team maybe counter that. So um, think it's mostly like a comfort pick. So we'll see how it plays because now they have to play around the Thresh pick a lot. Because when you first pick something, you really wanna play around your first pick a lot. So we will see how it
Absolutely.
goes.
Yeah. You want to
Okay,
secure
so
those
it's...
power picks.
Oh, the switch to Orianna. So I am Mr. Legendary will grab the Orianna, and it will be the Fiora for Diana up in the top lane.
This is it's a decently strong comp. Now, one thing that you gotta be worried about for Team Exile is their initiation. They don't have a ton of it. Now they have the Fiora split push, and obviously the Poppy has a decent amount of initiation, but they don't have that full like straight and run at you initiation. Whereas right now, as far as what we're seeing, MidKnight Gaming tends to have a pretty good initiation with the Trundle, with the Alistar, and then with the Rek'Sai. And if they grab this Victor, that will round up the comp very, very well. That gives them the wave clear they need. It gives them a very stable, strong mid laner. I really like the Victor if they grab this.
Absolutely. And it also, did you notice it was a Jhin hover? So, Jhin made it through.
They know you hate him, so that's why they picked. That's why they're
Exactly.
They're just trying
And
to
also
tilt
the
you.
fact, yeah, exactly. Like how Jin's very overpowered right now. So the fact that nobody picked him up, it just goes to show that maybe they're not super comfortable with him quite yet to really want to bring it out. At least in the first game, they don't really want to show too much. So hopefully we'll at least see a Kench and a Jin at some point in this series.
I hope.
I'm a little bit surprised. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead, Jim.
Oh, I was gonna say that I'm a little bit surprised by the Victor here against the Orianna. I think I was expecting more of a skirmish with Ari or more of a mobility champion in the mid, maybe Alessandra, because if Victor up here doesn't play carefully in the early game, I think Poppy and Orianna could definitely kill him over and over again. So they have to be really careful in the Victor like matchup against Orianna. Because even though like Victor can win the lane pretty much, if Poppy keeps like ganking Victor over and over again, it's gonna really hurt MidKnight Gaming, I think.
All right, first reactions. Comp. Who do you think won? Raven, Dan, whatever I can call you. Who do you think won this?
You can just. I read in Twitch chat somebody called me Dan the Prophet, so
All right.
I will take that as well. I will take whatever you want to call me.
All right.
If I'm looking at it, I mean, you have to look at really what Team Exile put together. Of course, yes, they have the Thresh and they have the Calista bot lane. They also have Poppy, who is still a very good pick at the moment. They have Fiora, who can 1v1 most champion in the top lane, and of course they have the safe utility mid laner and Orianna. That's another champion you just don't want to get ahead. You don't want Ori to get ahead. She can be a complete nuisance, especially if she lands one of those shockwaves in the team fight, really catch people out. Although I do have to say, MidKnight really has some good picks. With the Caitlyn Alistair, and of course with Victor. I mean, like it was said, Victor into Ori. I'm not so big on that, but they do have a good front line as well. So I mean, both teams really did okay, but I will have to give this one to Exile.
Yeah, I'd have to agree. I think Exile has a really good comp. Where MidKnight's going to really have to thrive on is MidKnight has a very safe comp. They have a very good laning comp, but they have to kind of win their lanes. But I mean, you're looking at Exile right now, and they've just got such big lane bullies that despite them picking the Victor, picking the Caitlyn, these champions that can sit back and farm, you've got champions that are really gonna go out and try to attack you and go and try to, win the lane. I mean, Fiora, obviously, she is one of the hardest champions to 1v1, and then, yeah, we can't talk enough about that Kalista Thresh combo. It's something, right when you see the Thresh, I mean, you gotta take the Caitlyn. If you play, you gotta take the Kalista away, because, yes, you see a Thresh, and it's only gonna follow with either Lucian or Kalista right after that.
Yeah, I think both teams have a strong early game. I think Team Exile have a lot of team fight, sorry, excuse me, potential. With the Orianna, like maybe like ball into Poppy and then Poppy charge in, and then they have an easy ball delivery system. And Midnight Gaming has a lot of AOE tankiness also as well coming out from both Alistar and Trundle. Now, again, I'm questioning a little bit the Trundle blind pick because the only target that I can see stealing the buffs would be Poppy. So, I'm a little bit confused by the Trundle pick in the top side, but we'll see how it plays in the game. We're going into that. We have 5 seconds.
Alright guys, get your votes on who's gonna win. Hashtag Exile win, hashtag MKG win. Vote. See people are cheering for. So far the casters are really leaning toward Exile. The people go Tarek win so far, so Tarek has our only hashtag as Tarek win.
Okay, so Tarek's gonna just come out of nowhere and just completely sweep this entire series.
Oh yeah.
Tarek 2-0 the dream.
I mean, one of these teams is gonna have to play Tarek just to get our puns out and everything. We just have so much to say about Tarek, and the Twitch chat would just go crazy. So do it for the fans, guys.
Yeah.
If you're listening, teams, play Tarek. Do it for the fans. They want to see it.
Absolutely. Before we jump into the game, I'm gonna go over the comp skin real quick. For Team Exile will be on the blue side. Diana in the top lane on the Fiora. Colthrow in the jungle on the Poppy. I am Mr. Legendary. Will be coming into the mid lane on Orianna. Demonic Pro on the Kalista. And Vinnick side in for the Thresh. And for the red side will be MidKnight Gaming. That'll be True Justice. Coming in on Victor, that'll be Jay Skelton. Will be coming in on Rek'Sai, Tiny J-Man on Trundle, Soul on the Caitlyn 80 carry, and Nikki Poo will be on the beautiful Golden Alistair support.
I like that skin. That's a nice skin.
It is. As long as it's not Longhorn, I'm okay with that.
Yeah. Or what's the free one that you get for the Facebook page?
The Unchained. Oh, you don't like Purple Alistair?
Oh, I just not usually my favorite, you know?
Oh.
It's like the Frozen Shen. Although now Frozen Shen looks really nice. Really cool.
I was okay with the new Shen skins. The only one I was not too pleased about was the remake of Bloodboon. I loved the old Bloodboon skin. I feel like they just didn't do it too much justice.
Yeah. You know what? We do have to talk about a little bit of the Alistair change. We used to see a lot of wind speakers played on Alistair, but this game, I don't know if we got to see. At least I didn't focus on it. But as far as masteries, I didn't see wind speakers, and you can't really get wind speakers as much anymore, obviously, because his heal was nerfed a little bit, other than the cooldown was upped, so wind speakers won't usually be the go-to for Alistair anymore, which still doesn't hinder from his overall strength as a support. Still makes him a very strong support either way because of that headbutt pulverize, and obviously because he can literally face tank a turret for 7 seconds, but
right.
how well he does.
Yeah. Everyone's still kind of buying into that Thunderlord's hype.
I think the reason that Alistar's picked the wind speaker was not because of the heal increase. I think it was because of the stats that you could buff up like everybody, so it would give Alistar a free locket, and in laning phase, if you keep killing minions over and over again, then you keep buffing your allies. So it's kind of like a brown You know, buff, but you also heal up. I think that's why Alistar's picked up the wine speaker. So we're gonna see how this one goes with Bond of Stone, actually.
Okay, so we'll have the blue side start coming in for the Rek'Sai, and we will have Kolthro starting on the red side for his Poppy. What lane are you guys looking forward to the most?
In my opinion, I think it's gotta be this bottom lane. I really like the ability of Caitlyn to be able to farm up, to be able to get to that mid game, which becomes so powerful. But at the same time, I mean, if this Thresh and Callista can, land their combos, I mean, as I've said 1,000 times, this is one of the strongest bot lanes. So yeah, I think bot lane's kind of the main focus for me.
Interestingly enough, Kalista and Thresh, they both did the golems for the blue team, and Caitlyn and the other team didn't do it.
Oh, we got the hook in here. We got the. There's okay. There's the net out of it. So, wow, that was a pretty close call and was actually turned for the worse for Vedek's side there.
Yeah, a little bit
Yeah,
of a
he didn't
skirmish
really
going
seem
on.
to get exactly all the damage he wanted to off there and ended up losing that trade. I think really until you both get level 3 for Thresh and Callista, you don't really want to trade that much. So they just need to sit back right now and wait till that 3rd level.
Oh, one thing I want to touch on real quick is back up to this top lane. Like I said, with the blind pick Trundle, Fiora right now, Fiora is, she's not really as strong as she once was, although is still a very good pick for the top lane. And like we said, like we've seen a lot of Trundle support, really coming out lately. Haven't really seen too much in the top lane. I'm just really curious to see if Diana will really be able to keep Tiny J-Man, really just kind of keep him up in the top lane, as opposed to really getting a chance to teleport into fights. As you see right there, massive chunk of damage. We got another fight coming in here, is it? Nope, he's just gonna give a few warning shots, and then Scout will back off.
No Summoner's Burn, no Flash's Burn, just both junglers have the same idea to go top, to gank top, and ooh, the Thresh and Callista roam here. This one's huge though, and True Justice looks like he just dodges the hook.
Just dodge it, there we go, be coming in, there's the flash through, and that'll be the flash right there, and that's a first blood for Kolthro on the Poppy.
Yeah, again, we see the problem with Victor being a little bit immobile in the early game, and then we see Team Exile taking advantage of that, and we see really good rotations. I think there was a little bit of miscommunication by MidKnight Gaming over there. I think they should have informed True Justice that the enemy bot side has left the map, so mid lane is the most likely one to get ganked because it's very close to the map.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, I didn't see a ping in there anywhere, and the fact even if it was just the lack of, like there was no roam on it as well. Tower shot coming in for Diana. There's gonna be a nope. There's gonna be a
minion
flash
shot.
in,
Oh!
but it'll be a dash out.
The last
the
minion shot. Oh man, that was good.
The Tiny J-Man taking out Diana. Thank you card to the minions.
Wow, that's crazy. And honestly, it was a really big misplay by Diana there. She took 2 tower shots. You can't go that close to the tower against Trundle, especially if you're going to start aggroing the tower because of the pillar. You may think that you may be able to get in and out really quick, but the pillar stops that and ends up making you take 2 tower shots instead of 1. It's just a mess. You want to stay away from that.
It was Vedek's side hitting the hook, but good play for the Alistar for the disengage. Not really too much damage taken, but enough to want to have to save for a little bit.
Right now in farm, a little bit of a lead in the top lane and mid lane from Team Exile here. MidKnight Gaming is up in the bottom lane, but that's to be expected after that roam mid. Obviously, Callista's going to lose a little bit of CS there.
Yeah, absolutely. The farm through and through, coming through for Mr. Legendary. Coming up 39, I'm not really having to leave lane too much. Although I will say True Justice has done a very good job. And as we just say that, Demonic Pro coming out and taking out Nicky Poo, and there's a flag coming in. There's a heal coming out. 1 casualty. Very nice job.
A teleport burn for Diana up here, and we see a bot lane overextending a little bit while Trundle didn't teleport over here. We have a lot of action in the bot lane.
Yeah,
Oh,
this
Saul be able to
is
get out of it? No, he will go down. That would be a second kill for Colthrow and 2-0 on the Poppy at 6 minutes.
they've been doing a really, really good job. Team Exile has at really roaming as a team. I mean, you got all 5-man roam bottom, then you've got the 4-man roam mid. They've been doing a really good job at roaming bottom, but they have been sacrificing farm and now a ton of damage on the turrets. So it's really, they gotta be careful and making sure that when they roam, they get the kills, but that they're not giving up too much.
I've counted so much aggression so far. Like I've had to have seen at least champions taking at least 5 total tower shots in the first 7 minutes of this game. They really just want to get in there and start fighting.
First game of IML, first night of IML, they're really trying to set a tone. Strong here. Usually our games tend to be a little bit slower, obviously just due to the meta right now, but things
Absolutely.
have not been going slow at all. They've been going guns blazing.
Yeah, but coming, there's a dash in. Nice hit on the vitals there. Nice little chunk of damage.
Come on, cameraman, we don't want to see the top lane. This is boring. We want to see a fight. Oh, just kidding.
Yeah, we're gonna want to see the top lane here shortly. Skelton's gonna come in. Can he get it from the Umbrella? Nope. Diana gets the dash away. We'll go back under turret. Be relatively safe, at least for the moment.
Yeah,
Well,
I'm
that name
confused a
is
little bit.
really confusing.
Yeah,
Diana.
yeah, I'm not entirely sure why Rek'Sai would gank Fiora. I think ganking Fiora is one of the hardest lanes to gank.
It's very hard. Actually, we're getting here. Skelton here with the smite. There'll be a flash burned from Legendary, but perfectly safe. Look like it'll be a trade for a go to the blue buff.
Now I really want to see Jay Skelton come back to that mid lane. Obviously, the Orianna flash burn, she's not the most mobile champion. You gotta revisit that lane. Gotta help out your Victor a little bit because he's been ganged up on in the early game.
Absolutely. Like with the Victor, if he can land the stun and Rek'Sai can just get in there, she's done for. She has the only thing she really has is the one ability where she can at least like increase her movement speed a little bit. But if you have the chilling smite, that's going to mean absolutely nothing.
Oh, so
Yep.
got a
Up
lot
Skelton
of
coming back
action.
to the top lane. Colthrow coming back in for the counter. Oh, I don't think it's a fight they quite wanted to take. Hey man, one hit from dead. That's Colthrow with his 3rd kill of the game. Going in. Diana going for more Colthrow. Double kill, and that is a 4-0 on Poppy at 9.5 minutes.
Yeah, they're just really not paying attention to behind them when they're ganking. Jay Skelton is really determined on focusing this top lane, as Jim pointed out earlier. It's not the best to gank a Fiora lane. I mean, you just burned the Orianna flash. Why not go mid again? And not try to focus this Fiora when counter ganks like that can happen. And now you have a 4-0 Poppy 10 minutes into the game. That's really dangerous. He's already counter jungling you. He's got a 2-level advantage on your jungler. It's not fun.
Oh, there's the
Oh,
teleport
boy.
in. Tiny J-Man. Diana will fall. So J-Man, for the use of his teleport, will pick up a kill. But back to that last in the top lane. Whenever Skelton came up, Colthrow completely had that scouted. He was right there, was able to turn that gank around, and it was a very nice job. Of course, the Poppy at the time was 2-0, was pretty big as it was, but just completely had Skelton's gank just completely planned out. It was a big term, although that was a nice return kill from J-Man, even though it was at the use of a teleport. Picked up the kill. At least trying to get a little something back in this lane.
Yeah, I think they also knew that Poppy was coming, so I'm not entirely sure why Midnight Gaming chose to fight a Poppy and a Fiora together. But this is a good Drake pickup for them because I think they timed out the bottom side recall from Demonic Pro and from Vinox side, so that's a nice Drake pickup for Midnight Gaming at least.
All right, it's a good little power boost coming in here for MidKnight with that first dragon. So far at 11 minutes, it's not 2,500 gold lead, not too far out of reach. Although most of the kills are residing on Colthrow on that Poppy. So it's overall, I'm expecting to see as we get into the mid game a bit. We'll see if MidKnight can just try to stay away from giving all the kills over to Colthrow. Here we go, the gank back up. Good pillar.
Yeah, I don't know what's with the team's fascination with ganking top, but both Shundo and Fiora are hard to gank. Obviously, Fiora is hard to gank because of her dash. Trundle's hard to gank just because of his ult. It's hard to kill him and his pillar.
Oh, there's the grand challenge blocked. You hear there's a flash in. There's a tower shot coming in, but cold throw coming back, and Diana's just gonna get out of it. And that, once again, more tower shots taking that could completely, you know, help them win the fight more. As we have to see a fight in the mid lane. True Justice with the flash, with the burst. That'll be legendary going down.
And they're also in the bot lane. We saw. Oh, just kidding. Another fight. We'll wait for me to talk.
Cold throw coming back up top lane. We're going back to bot. Skeleton gets caught, and that's going to be a kill. Another kill. This for Demonic Pro. Another one coming in. What happened there on that gank?
A little bit overextending again by J Skeleton, not respecting the Kalista rend.
Oh, we got the teleport coming in. Legendary coming in. That'll be the slow and a Nicky Poo. Nicky Poo's. Oh, the good shockwave and flash after the ultimate coming. Demonic Pro. Taking a bit too many tower shots here. Demonic Pro will grab the kill. Oh man, there's just carnage absolutely everywhere.
Oh man, we're watching
Demonic Pro. He's going down.
There it is, there it is. Oh man, are we watching Bronze Subwards? Because this is gotta be some of the sloppiest tower dives I've seen in a while. They just don't seem coordinated tower dives. They seem more like a solo queue games tower dives where you're just trying to get your kills. I mean, Thresh getting executed, 2 or 3 people dying to the tower. You don't need a tower dive this early. Like, yes, you know, both teams have a strong mid to early game, but you don't need to force things, especially as Team Exile right now. You've got a 5-0 Poppy. Why are you diving bottom all the time? Like, you just need to sit back and relax. Your Poppy's going to become unkillable in the game. You don't need to force these dives top. You don't need to force these dives bottom. Take your lead that you have now and then just pressure it around the map. Don't be doing these dives unless you have them, you know, panned out and situated, but it doesn't seem like any of these dives are really like teamwork. It's kind of all been just solo queue dives.
Yeah,
Exactly. Another thing I want. Oh, go ahead.
I wanted to say that I don't know why Kalista flashed in. I think that was very greedy for them to just like go for the Alistar kill because they didn't have any vision of MidKnight Gaming. So there could be like easily like Victor and Rek'Sai, you know, coming bot again. So I think what they should have done instead is just, you know, after they forced the flash from Alistar, I think they could have taken the tower in bot, just play the safe, and then after that you rotate mid, and then you force actually mid tower as well. So I think it's, instead of like diving, they could have put pressure in the bot side, take the bottom tower, and then have your strong lane like rotate to mid, and then take another tower. And that way you open up the map. You can like put dip wards down, and then you can play more aggressively if you want.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, and like back to my what I was gonna say earlier. Back earlier, Legendary had, you know, a bit of an advantage over True Justice, and in that roam to bot lane, you know, where we had the Demonic Pro flash. Hold on, we'll get to that in just 1 second. Skeleton caught out in his own jungle. Poppy gets over the wall. Nicky Poo, then they go get Saul getting hooked in. There's the ult coming out from Nicky Poo. That's Demonic Pro hitting the rend. Another kill coming out as we have another skirmish in the top lane. Legendary coming up on J-Man. There's a good shockwave coming in. What are we gonna? Oh, it's the flash coming.
Oh,
J-Man
he gets
gonna
him!
kill, and he gets
Oh
the
my
kill.
goodness!
Then we got another kill. True Justice going out by blue buff, so the blue buff will be taken by Cold Throw. And Cold Throw gonna get 5-0-1 right now. Look at Demonic Pro at 15 minutes in, 5-1-1. And that completely just counters what I was going to talk about with, you know, how True Justice in that one roam in the bot lane, you know, he got kind of brought back up from an 0-1 to a 3-1, well, now down to a 3-2, but right now he's still holding, he was holding a 2-level advantage over Legendary. Now Legendary got caught right back up. And we'll be back in right now with about 1,500 gold.
Yeah, if you see like at the map, Team Exile has a lot of vision in the bot side, so that's kind of very fortunate for them. Oh boy.
Yeah, that's true, because MidKnight really, they don't have any, you know, really super aggressive wards in the enemy jungle. This whole Team Exile just has to completely have the blue side warded.
Ooh.
Demonic, as we just talked, Demonic Pro grabbing another kill, getting a double kill, talking a triple. Can J-Man will knock him, that'll be a quadra kill coming out for Demonic Pro.
Yeah, this is MidKnight Gaming just really getting desperate. They're trying to make plays when they don't need to. You know, they've got the Victor and the Caitlyn. This is what I'm talking about, taking the game more slow. There's a reason why games, you know, usually more slow these days. It's because the game can snowball so out of control, and now you've got a 9-in-1 Callista. This game for Team Exile to lose this is going to be extremely hard now.
Absolutely, as we have the ult coming in, Diana caught in a little bit of trouble right now. The field will not catch her, and we'll have the backup coming in for Legendary as we see as the bot lane turret gets taken down. So that's just more global gold coming into the pocket for Team Exile.
So Diana playing Fiora is really confusing. Why can't you just play Diana and make it easier for the casters?
I know, Diana, Fiora, like, you don't think... Oh, good shockwave coming in! There's the flash in, will not go under the turret, too aggressive! And Nikki Poo will pick up the kill! As Legendary seems a little bit caught out, the flash in, oh! True justice! Oh! The plays.
This just doesn't stop. 24 kills by 17 minutes.
Doesn't stop! I honestly thought Legendary was going down, so Mr. Legendary, I apologize. I honestly thought you were dead meat. Beautiful flash. Wow. That was something.
You know, Coltho needs to read the manual on spamming your mastery. You can't do it if you have a level 4 mastery. It makes you look pretty pretty foolish. You gotta have that level 5. Come on, Coltho. We expect better from you.
Absolutely, yeah. It's like with me, I have a level 5 Nami. You know, I spam at every chance I get to. You kind of have to spam it. It's like, yeah, I'm really awesome with this champion, especially if you're 5-0.
Oh yeah. Gotta spam that level 5 mastery. I spam every time I miss a Blitzcrank hook. I always spam the mastery because I just gotta show them that I've missed 1,000 others as well. You know,
Exactly.
I gotta let them know that I've played this champion for so long and I still missed it. That's how bad I am at this game. So you know, that's why Bryant made it. That's to show how bad you are at a certain champion.
Exactly. Like, have you ever heard the myth about actually, like, while we have a break in the fighting, how you really jungle Olaf? Did you ever hear about that?
No, I didn't.
Whenever you go into lane and you're when you're jungling Olaf and you go in and you just throw an axe and you miss, you spam laugh and then you run away. That's a true Olaf gank.
Oh, nice. I like that. That's like a Lee Sin Q.
Teleport.
Oh, hold on, we got a teleport coming in for Legendary. Another shockwave hitting in. That'll be Diana picking up the kill. These shockwaves for days.
Honestly, this shows you why Fiora is such a power pick. Even though she actually had no kills, it shows you that with one item, she can do so much damage, and that's a perfect example of how much damage she can do.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
We see Colthrow showing his mid lane skills. On the mid lane, playing some mid lane Poppy right now. Oh man, they're just straight diving. They know they have a big lead, as it is already a 10,000 gold lead. Another turret going down in the top lane. Colthrow having a wonderful time with the spam. Get a little 1v1 scuffle. Yeah, I don't think you're gonna quite beat a Victor.
Not quite
It's a Poppy.
much. Yeah.
At least not yet. I mean, you're big, but you're not quite that big.
Yeah. I know why they couldn't catch Orianna up here. If you notice, she has a Boots of Swiftness.
Oh, I didn't see. Yeah, the Boots of Swiftness over the Sork shoes. So it's been. Although I do believe the cost is up a little bit. I think it's only up 100 though,
Yes,
so it's not
100
like it's a
gold.
really ridiculous. Oh, good chunk of damage on Soul.
Ooh,
Well,
flash
that's
burn from
Skelton coming in
Alistar.
trying to get something. What is he's not? That was completely confused why Skelton would go in on that one.
Ooh.
Demonic Pro trying to straight 1v4 on. I mean, can we really consider it a 1v4 if all of them have less than half health?
Well, quadra kill is a quadra kill, right?
Quadra kills a quad. Well, they've already had one of those. Wants the penta.
Yeah, he wants the penta. Honestly, like at this point, for MidKnight Gaming to really get back in it, I mean, they just gotta wave clear with the Victor. They gotta hope for an amazing Alistar initiation. Because Alistar, I actually love the combination between Alistar and Victor because you can get a full Victor combo on top of the Alistar Headbutt Pulverize. Same thing with like a Malphite, obviously. So, you know, they do have the potential. We just saw, you know, the potential from the damage. But yeah, it's going to be tough for MidKnight to get back in this. And we have a Baron being taken,
21
which
minute
won't help their
dragon.
cause at all.
Yes, especially, I mean, you have a Callista. Callista Smite Callista Ren's basically like a Smite times 10. Oh, it will be nope. Venexide will get out of it. Demonic
Goodbye.
Pro.
Goodbye.
I did enjoy that play a little bit. Oh, no, Venexide will be good.
Where's the Kato? Where's the Kato? Oh no, that was. She has an
Oh,
Oh,
fire.
there's
there
the
you
ace in
go.
the hole coming in.
Oh.
No, the shield is just enough to save it. Skeleton. Now, there's the smite. But Diana looks like will pick up the kill. Good shockwave. Legendary does it again. And then Colthrow coming in with the 6th kill of the game. These shockwaves. Come on, he has to be scripting. He has to be. Come on, these shockwaves are just too on point.
You know, I know why we did 3 casters, because there's literally 3 times as many kills as there in our ICS games. So Blue usually solo casts, but we needed 3 because there's 3 as many kills. You know?
Of course. Now Colthrow's he's just rubbing it in. Just rubbing it in. Soul goes down again. 0-5 and 3 on the Caitlyn. Then a kill once again. Legendary. Come on, dude. Why are you stealing Diana's kills?
Poor guy,
KS.
he has 1 kills and 9 assists. He almost has more assists than his Thresh.
Yeah, I think the game is pretty much over. It's gonna be really hard for Midnight Gaming to come back after this huge deficit of 14k gold lead at 23 minutes.
Yeah, it is also if you look at the items right now, as far as let's on Exile, you have Demonic Pro already with the Bork, already with the Runeans, and you just have an Infinity Edge and a Zeal coming through. And, yeah, they're just adding insult to injury. Demonic Pro, another kill. Nikki Poo goes down again.
Godlike. So many
They just
fantasy
have
points.
Yeah, the map completely just belongs to Team Exile right now.
Oh boy.
Venexide trying to get the 1v2. This is the hook. Gravitational field with he'll get out okay.
Wow, True Justice lives with like sub 50 HP.
Yeah.
He had that planned the whole entire
Oh
time.
boy.
But I don't think Soul had this plan as Diana just coming in and another melted health bar as Colthrow grabs the 8th kill of the game on the Poppy.
Fun fact for you, True Justice was formerly a jungler on Atomic Esports in the ICS. Now playing for...
If you look how the team's playing right now, of course, yes, it is 26-9, but True Justice, coming at 4-3-1, nothing really. He didn't play bad. He's played well, despite the 0-1 start, kind of getting a little bit behind to the Orianna. It's just the Orianna was just at the right places at the right time. As they get another hook into True Justice, good flash out. Oh, there we go. There's the ult through. Goes back in, gets the knock up. Health bar is getting melted. Demonic Pro just in there for the cleanup, and no, True Justice will grab him down and will get that shut down. You have more of a fight of their Colthrow just coming back in there, going absolutely ham on this right now.
I think TeamSpeak is
Diana, what are you doing, buddy?
Oh
There
boy.
we go, scripting shockwaves. And it turns into a 4-for-2 trade. Look, we got 30 kills. 41 kills in 25 minutes.
Yeah, that's a lot of kills. This turned more from a ranked 5v5 game into more of a solo queue game. You see that with the Alistar kind of just spamming the dance there. In the end,
Colthrow.
Sound resumed.
Ooh, good fancy feet, miss dodging the
Yo.
2 skills.
Guys, I think TeamSpeak is lagging, so I'm gonna rejoin TeamSpeak really quick.
Yeah, it's packet loss. That's not fun. Sorry, viewers, for the packet loss.
So we're gonna be right back.
Sorry, technical difficulties while we're trying to get solved.
Not really missing too much. It's just you're just seeing Team Exile just completely school it. The grabbing it's only the 3rd dragon of the game at 26 minutes.
I can hear you quite fine right now, actually.
Yep,
Awesome.
I think the TeamSpeak fixed itself. They heard us, they knew.
All right, we're good. Thank you very much, and sorry for any of the problems there. We We have problems from time to time, some technical difficulties. So hopefully that will be the only one we experience tonight.
Riot Gaming technical support not doing their work.
Alright, they're fired.
Report them.
We don't even have technical people. Quite technical. We don't have a tech team. We don't have technically we don't have people. They're all robots.
Oh boy,
That's
this
true.
is really hard. 2 inhibitors down.
Oh, the ZZ route portal. I love it. That's great.
I
What a
know.
place to put it.
Yes, I know.
Oh!
Right now you. Oh my! What a shockwave! The health bar is just straight melting right now. Diana grabs the kill. That'll be a kill coming in from Vanic's side. Oh, that shockwave! I'm telling you, if Legendary does not get the Game 1 MVP, I don't know what. It'll be close. You know, we did have Demonic Bow with the quadra kill, but it's really hard to write off Legendary shockwaves.
Yeah, his shockwaves have really been on point this game.
Yep, and this is looking like it is going to be the end. The second Nexus turret, the belt to fall coal throw. You're BMing, man. So the Nexus will fall at about 27:45 in game number 1 to Team Exile.
Yeah, well, that was a pretty point-blank game. I mean, it really started off not too bad for MidKnight Gaming, but then they just started really forcing things they didn't need to force. I mean, as we pointed out multiple times, there's no point in trying to gank that top lane over and over when it's against a Fiora. They didn't respect the Poppy at all. I mean, we saw that from the Poppy was 4-0, or was it 5-0 within what, 9 minutes into the game? So she got super fed, way ahead of the enemy jungler. And then the dives were just really sloppy, and it just didn't look like either team really had a ton of cohesion. But MidKnight kind of just got outplayed by Team Exile.
Yeah, absolutely. Like if you look like at the damage of champions in this game, the highest damage of champions for MidKnight, you know, Victor came in, did do a burst of damage, but if you look, Diana, about 22k damage. We had Demonic Pro coming in with 22k, and then of course Legendary coming in with a whopping 26k damage. It just seems that the synergy for Team Exile was just there a lot more than for MidKnight was, and it just got too out of hand that MidKnight just really couldn't come back from it.
Yeah, another thing you see in the stats is the gold lead. The graph of the gold lead is steadily goes up the whole time. It doesn't really go down at all. They just kind of took the lead and then it just went up. They didn't really drop the lead at all. And yeah, I mean 26k damage in a 27-minute game. That's almost 1,000 damage per minute. That's crazy. I mean, obviously that's due to his shockwaves. Let's get a little bit of a vote. I think we already know, but for the chat or for anybody else, who do you guys vote on Game 1 MVP? Let's start with the casters. Raven, Dan, who do you vote?
You can call me whatever. We'll figure this out eventually. You know, it's hard because between Demonic Pro with the quadra kills and Legendary just hitting beautiful shockwaves, you know, I have to really. It's a very close one, but I'm gonna have to give this one to Mr. Legendary because not only, you know, were the shockwaves on point, the shields were on point as well, and was just able to really, you know, kind of add extra to along with just the shockwaves melting bars. So, although Demonic Pro I think is definitely worthy of a co-MVP, I just kind of have to give this one slight edge to Mr. Legendary.
How about you, Jim?
To me, I think the breaking point for both teams would have been the early game, and even though I think Demonic Pro did really well on saving Thresh like a lot of times, he did save him about 3 or 4 times. We saw once in the late game during the tower dive that they had in the bot side, he just saved him with a sliver of health. And then both when they were getting ganked, they were just like, Kalista ulti, then Thresh, boom, give me Lantern buddy, and then they took the Lantern, and then they were just out of it because Kalista Thresh. But I think I have to give it to Coldthrow with his early game pressure and making sure that at least he could clean up a lot of kills and fights, because he helped Mr. Legendary get ahead in the early game. That was the big point for Orianna, so he ganked mid, and he forced like Victor to flash, so he took away all the pressure that Victor could put into that. Then he helped bot a lot, and then he helped like he babysitted actually like Diana a lot. So he made sure that the Fiora would stay at least even though she had a lot of deaths, she had a lot of assists, and those assists were
Absolutely.
actually for Cold Throw. So I think to me, Cold Throw was actually the MVP of the game.
All right, Mike. Uh, I'd honestly have to go for Demonic Pro. As you know, it is a little bit easier with a Thresh as your support to do better because obviously the Thresh passive plus yours, which is what makes it such a strong lane. But he did play it really well. Other than that, Quadra kill in the bot lane was really really well done. He edited it out. He knew exactly what his damage output needed to be. He rendered at the right times. He was really good. I mean, it's really close between him and I am Mr. Legendary, but honestly, I think both teams did really well.
Yeah. How about we just say that everybody on Exile was the MVP because they all had extremely strong points, right? At some point in the game, they all really shifted the tide and just completely snowballed the entire game. With the quadra kill, Legendary coming in and just making incredible plays, and you had Diana on the top lane who was really just making things hard for the Trundle, and then Colthrow just being absolutely everywhere, top, mid, jungle, bot, just everywhere. Just it was a very, very good game coming through for Team Exile. Everybody played absolutely fantastic.
I agree. All right, so we're just waiting for game number 2. Obviously, this is a best of 3 series. In the meantime, a little music going, Jim.
Yes, sure.
Fans out there, thank you for all those who were tuned in. As far as our schedule goes, and I'll probably let you guys know again at the end of the night, but we stream Monday to Thursday, Monday and Tuesday nights from 8:30 till whenever the series is done. That is ICS. We're going into our last week of ICS next week. Then IML first week just started this week, and they go from 8:30 till whenever their series is done as well, and that's Wednesday and Thursday. Tune in, follow us on our channel, as well as we do have our Twitter link down below, and I will post the Reddit. Follow all those stuff. Keep up to date with your favorite teams and all that stuff. See who gets promoted, see who gets MVPs, power rankings, all that jazz is all on our Reddit. So subscribe to that. Won't regret it.
Yeah, and we saw a big lead in the games. I think we had an almost 20k gold deficit at the end of the game.
Yeah, that game, it was, I mean, like it was said, and I mean, like we talked about, it was close for about first, 6 minutes, and then it just really started to snowball from there, and just to the point where it was just completely out of control.
Yep. So, going into game 2, do you think the picks and bans will stay? Do you think they'll ban out the Callista, the Poppy? How do you think picks and bans will go? Obviously, we do switch up blue side and red side, so MidKnight will get blue side this time. Team Exile will be on the red side. How do we think the picks and bans will go for game number 2?
They're switching sides, right?
Yep.
Okay, so I think for MidKnight Gaming they would have to take away the Poppy. I think Poppy is a very big power pick at the moment. I don't think they would need to ban out like anything specific. I think they would have to change their pick and ban phase. I think the bans, just target banning is fine, but they would need to get some power picks. I wasn't surprised by the Trundle pick or the pressure that Rek'Sai had in the games. I think they would need to come out as well with a plan. So for example, we saw Rek'Sai ganking top a lot. Instead, I think she should have went in the bot side and helped Caitlyn and Alistar go hard and just win the lane, because Kalista, unless Thresh, pulls her out, it's gonna be a really sticky situation for Kalista since she doesn't have the jump. And if they get the Poppy and they start like ganking bot, then they could easily easily just like snowball bot, then rotate that lead to all other lanes. Cause I think Poppy was the hardest like problem to deal with them.
Yeah, I have to agree with you. It's Poppy was just everywhere. It was just making lanes so much better. It was just kind of making more of an impact than Jay Skelton was. It seemed like Jay Skelton was turning to be more of a reactor as opposed to a pro actor as far as the gankings went.
Yeah, I think I agree over there. And they would need to put a lot of pressure early game. Since the meta changed and it's a more like an early game focused and it's very snowbally. That's why we see a lot of pro players being really not team fighting until everybody has a power spike. It's because the games
Absolutely.
are very snowbally. So even if you get like 1 or 2 kills, you can snowball the game out of control. So I think they would need to start putting pressure on the early game a lot. Like get the Poppy, then get an early team comp around Poppy. Maybe you could get a Zac or Alessandra as well. Like put the Poppy on the support, so you don't let if they pick the Kalista again, you pick a Poppy support, so you have that as a flex pick, and then you put Poppy support. Maybe you get like also like a Zac and an Orianna as well to just make everybody just go in hard. And then maybe get Alessandra as well, and get a very strong early, game ADC like a Lucian or a Caitlyn. So I think if they switch out a little bit, their pick and ban phase, if they could easily, take the game away.
Right, we're getting the lobby started up, guys. Fight in, we'll get started into the second game. Bear with us.
Yes.
The one thing I don't want to see is the Kench ban. I want to see the Kench.
Yeah, me
So if we
too.
can make it happen, like either a Kench or a Tarek, I would be okay with that because I know old Gregor's been going through. He's been going through the Twitch chat, just kind of wanting he's wanting some sort of recognition for Tarek, whether it be a ban, whether it be a pick. They just want Tarek.
I think after the rework, Tarek will be good. As for now, I'm sorry, people. Tarek might not be used. Apparently, I don't know how to start a custom.
I don't think we're gonna be seeing a Tarek action unless we see a full AD team on the opposing side. Maybe Tarek could become viable a little bit, but not quite entirely, sold
No,
on
well,
that.
there is big news, kind of sidetracking from the game news, but Dominion is being deleted.
Yes.
That's pretty big news. If you haven't seen it, check it out on the RE League of Legends on Reddit, but or wherever else. But yeah, they announced they're deleting Dominion. What are you guys' thoughts on that? Do you guys play Dominion? You guys care?
I played a lot of hide and seek in the custom map, but I don't like Dominion at all.
I believe I played it in bots like one time and then realized that I didn't like it.
I have a confession to make. I have never played
Dominion. Yeah. I think some people never played Dominion as well.
Yeah,
Only-
it's just
Go ahead.
like the queues just I've noticed like I tried like queuing up for it once and it was like I think it was like back when I was like level 25 I think, and it took 10 minutes for us to find a match, and then one person had to be that guy and not accept the game. So it turned out it was probably a sign that I should not do this, so I just never went back to it.
Only way I know what the map looks like is from the skin spotlights. That's it. That's
Yes.
yeah,
I
no.
think-
Speaking of that, yeah, go ahead.
I think the problem with that is that also like if you try to level up your account through Dominion, you see a lot of bots like playing Dominion because it's an easy way to get EXP. So that's why a lot of people have just like, I don't know how they do it, but I think they're botting a lot, so they play a lot of Dominion just to get the EXP and then just move out with it and then just get a level 30 account really quickly. So
Right.
you know, when you're new to the game and then you don't have anybody to play with and you go into a game and you try to communicate with others and they never reply to you because they're bots, I think that's discouraging a lot of like new players to play the game. Plus, I think there isn't any competitive side to it, so people that look to play competitive, they just don't play that. Or like a 3v3 map, you know. That's why a lot of people didn't play that, because all it matters,
Absolutely,
yeah,
yeah.
it's 5v5.
Yeah, there's one thing I'm curious about is how come there is a ranked with the tree line and a ranked summoner's rift, but there is no ranked ARAM yet? Come on.
I think that should be a thing.
I think because I love to play ARAM. I'm pretty sure between level 20 and 30, that was majority of my games to 30 was ARAM because like I didn't like it at first because I really didn't get the champion that that I was really wanting to play, like, and then of course that's how I picked a few champions that I still play today. Was just there was that not pressure in a champion I don't know, and so is everybody else. So ARAM's a really good place to like really be forced to play champions that you normally don't play, because who knows? Because if you play and you're good with somebody, you may be so good with a champion you had no idea you were good with.
I don't know about ARAM ranked because it depends a lot on what champions you get, and usually, yeah, when I played with friends, the moment they saw we didn't have a good team comp, they're like, "Oh, just dodge the game, and then we'll play another one when we get a good team comp." And I'm like, "Wait, guys, I thought this is supposed to be fun. We're not playing to win, right?" But they're like, "No, no, 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 no. It's not. It's anti-fun playing against a full poke comp in an ARAM." That's what they told me. So, um, I'm not entirely sure if you want to make it ranked. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, the one time that like, whenever I do play ARAM, I get really happy when I have those rerolls because I'm not. I feel like I'm gonna be happy, but as soon as I get the reroll, it's another champion I don't like, or it's a champion I don't play more of.
Mhm.
Like I'll come in, like, cause I love playing support, and then like I also will play tanks every now and then, but like I'll get somebody like Jarvan. I'm not a big Jarvan fan. I'm not a jungler, and then I'll reroll and get like Vi, and just be pretty upset with myself.
I think with the introduction of the snowball, it definitely helped a lot of those tanks. But I remember before the introduction of the snowball, one of the worst champions to get was like Udyr. Because you
Oh,
just couldn't do anything. You couldn't get in there. You can now with the snowball, it's great because you can, snowball to somebody and then stun them or whatever. Then do your little face rolling because Udyr takes no skill. But besides that, you just couldn't get in. So I remember getting Udyr like 3-4 times, and every single time I got Udyr, I would just dodge. Like I can't play Udyr. I'm done. So I would just dodge. None of this Udyr stuff.
it's really funny when you play Udyr because like, if you are, I'm sure everybody has done it where they meant to take the snowball, but they accidentally don't, and then you realize the other team has like a Vel'Koz, a Nidalee, a Xerath, like all these ranged champions, and here you are like running at them, trying to dodge skill shots, and then like right as you get to them, you get like stunned and jumped, and everybody kills you. There's just nothing you can really do if
I,
you
I
get a Udyr.
Yeah.
I think the worst matchup in ARAM would be against 5 supports, like a Janna, Sona, Soraka, Nami, and maybe even a Taric. I think that would be like
Oh,
the worst matchup that everybody could wish for an ARAM for.
I would trade I would trade the Janna for like a Nidalee.
Maybe.
Even though Janna does have the shield and has like the tailwind passive and whatnot, cause it seems like we're gonna go with like the theme of like healing. The
Yeah.
Sona, Nami, Terry. That would just be the worst, especially like when you try to focus somebody down and then everybody just throws their heals and you just can't kill them.
Alrighty, game 2. Here we go. MidKnight Gaming versus Team Exile. MidKnight Gaming is now on blue side. They get first pick, first ban, and Team Exile on red side. Alright, gentlemen, We said the Poppy would be a big one. We said Callista would be a big one to deny. Let's see what they go. They do ban the Udyr first. Talking about Udyr and how much I hate him, but he is very strong right now for some odd reason. I don't know about the Udyr ban. I mean, there's definitely stronger picks. I get Udyr's a good solo queue champion, and maybe last game was like a solo queue, so it makes a little bit of sense. But usually in ranked 5s, Udyr doesn't do the best. Most people can learn how to play around him.
Yeah, like, and then we have the Zed ban coming out on red side. You know, it's going to be a pretty standard pick right now with the new item coming out. Very strong. You don't want to get 2 Zed ultimates. I also want to touch note on real quick. There is a change, I believe, for support. It'll be customer support coming in for Fennec side for support this game.
Yep, Team Exile is one of our few teams in our league that actually has a 10-man roster, so they will do the faker and easy hoom thing and sub people in and out, kind of give everybody a chance to play and try new combinations and whatnot. So I've heard this guy's pretty good, just like Fennec's side, so I guess we'll see how he does.
Alright, then we have the Tom Kench ban, so second game in a row that the Kench is definitely benched, and also the Trundle ban coming out, or for Exile. Although I am, they did show that Trundle can go top or support. I just don't know if Trundle was really worthy of a ban in this game, at least in this part. All we've seen is top.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see the ban again. Obviously, as we've talked about before, Lily's just a strong ban in general, so that's a good one. And Team XL really running down the clock, but they actually choose to ban the Alistar. Don't want to give that to Nikki. Despite them actually doing pretty good against the Alistar last game.
Yeah, as you see, they're hovering the Poppy to try to get, taking that away from Colthrow. Colthrow was an absolute animal in the last game. However, Sonic Pro could get his Callista back, and we all saw what happened the first game.
I don't think Callista is a good pick against Poppy because she cannot dash out of the Poppy. So I am definitely not sold into playing Callista against the Poppy. Yeah, maybe just a hover, but
we'll have to see. It's
Vayne is actually way better because she can just knock away Poppy.
Yeah, when it comes to at least in lane, not many AD carries can really outduel a Vayne.
And then the Elise is locked in. Obviously, the Elise is pretty good in this meta right now. She's just an overall strong jungler. Then they do grab the Lucian. Lucian, very strong in the meta right now. Kind of, I would say, one of the top 3 AD carries right now. So, good pick up with the Lucian and the Elise. They look like they get 2 good picks. Covering the Thresh on the other side.
Going back to the Lucian, I know, my role is not an analyst in this sort, but there's one thing I do want to point out. Between Bronze and I believe it was Platinum rank, the top 3 AD carry picks have been Lucian, Vayne, Misfortune. Have been the top 3 AD carry picks. Just a little nugget of information. But we do have the Callista Thresh coming in this time, coming in for MidKnight. Try to see if they have the same sort of success Exile had in the first game.
Yeah, they wanted to take out the Thresh against them because Vaynoxide had a lot of nice hooks, and he caught Victor a lot, and he caught Caitlyn a lot, so they don't want to get caught by that. And generally, it's just a very safe lane. You can just Kalista ulti and then Thresh Lantern, and you cover so much map distance that it's absolutely amazing what these two can do. So I think that's a great pickup.
Yeah, noticing a slight trend looking on MidKnight Gaming side. The first 3 picks were 3 picks that Exile had in the first game.
If they liked their comp so much, they're like, alright, let's do it better.
Yeah, exactly. If they can get almost 40 kills on us in one game, maybe we can do the same to them and send this to a game 3.
Alright, Diana needs to play Diana, so it just makes it easy. I love the Lissandra here, I love the Morgana. Lissandra, grabbing the Morgana and the Lissandra is good because we've seen it a lot in LCK. What's Korea starting to pick up is the Morgana actually countering a little bit of the Lissandra just due to the Morgana continuously pushing in the Lissandra and the Morgana being able to spell shield the ult. So Morgana is being used for Lissandra right now. Don't know if MidKnight Game would have picked up on that anyway, but it is good to just grab the Morgana. And then obviously Morgana is also strong against the Thresh, so it's kind of a win-win there. They take away the Lissandra counter, and they take away a good support against the Thresh Callista. It's this bottom lane. I'm excited to see this. It's going to be a high pressure, high kill lane. You've got Lucian, Morgana, and you've got Thresh and Callista. It's really a battle of the skill shots. It's who's going to hit their skill shot first, and who's going to follow up with a better and higher damage.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, if you look at Exile's side, you know, they have the Elise Cocoon, they have the Morgana binding, they have the lockdown coming in from Lissandra. If they hit one person, they're done. They're just going to be lights out. But we do have a volley bear coming in.
I like that.
Wow.
I like the volley bear.
I'm not, wow, I have a lot to talk about that, but I don't know. I don't know why they picked Volibear against an Elise, Morgana, Lucian, and Lissandra.
Yeah,
like
there's just so much lockdown, especially if they lock in this Gnar.
I don't think it's
if
about.
we do get a Gnar coming out,
Oh boy.
Yeah, it's just gonna be. There's so much crowd control coming in for Team Exile right now. This is gonna be a very, very scary team fight. If you are MidKnight Gaming going into Team Exile right now, so much, very, very good comp.
Everybody can escape from Volibear, even if they didn't pick the Gnar. Like, Lucian has a dash. Elise can just cocoon and then just leave away. Morgana can stun Volibear, and Lissandra can root Volibear with like 2 spells and 1 escape route. So, I don't know why MidKnight Gaming picked Volibear. Maybe if Poppy can knock somebody up and stun somebody for a very long period of time, maybe the Volibear can do something, but I'm not entirely sure, even with a speed up from Orianna. Unless Kalista binds Volibear, and this is a very crazy like scenario, but if Kalista, let's say, binds Volibear, and she just throws Volibear into the enemy team, I don't see how else Volibear is going to work against like the team comp from Team Exile.
Yeah, it's going to be very hard for Jay Skelton to really just be able to gank, because I mean, like you said, from the top lane, Diana can just throw the Gnar boom, just throw the boomerang, just hop out, you know, really just kind of get the slow in. Then you got mid lane, Lissandra can just get out of it. Morgana has the binding of volleys in, and of course Lucian has the dash. It's going to be very hard for Skelton to really get into this Team Exile team.
Yes.
So, I like the Poppy, I like the Orianna, I really like this whole team, but obviously we've stated the Volibear is questionable. The only way I really see Volibear being a good pick is if it's a Jay Skelton, maybe pocket pick, maybe if he excels at that, but I mean, it's not just the fact that they have a lot of getaways, but they have the Morgana Black Shield, and not just, even if Volibear does reach you, you've got the Morgana Black Shield, right? Like, it's just a lot. However, on the side of Team Exile, you really gotta watch their pick. Like, it's gonna be very important for MidKnight Gaming to be grouped as 5. They do have a very strong team fight if they can get Thresh or Volibear in the middle of that, do the ball delivery system with the Orianna. Having a Volibear run at you with the Orianna ult on top of him is pretty dangerous if they can do it properly. But then you look at Team Exile's side, and they've got a lot of pick. You've got the Morgana, Elise Spine. That's something that we saw a lot of last year in Season 5, was a lot of Elise Morgana kind of paired up because of the pick potential. And then, you know, you've got power picks in Lissandra, in Gnar. Now, not really generally tanky. I would, if I were Team Exile, I would go with the Cinderhulk on the Elise. Make sure you have a little bit more of a front line than just Gnar himself. Because even Gnar, I mean, as we know, if he's not in Mega Gnar, he tends to be a little bit weaker. So you're lacking a big front line if the Elise goes more of a damage route rather than Cinderhulk. So we'll see what they do here. But obviously we saw in Game 1, Team Exile did extremely well, so we'll see if they can bounce back here.
Yeah, like as we're counting down here, 30 going on 30 seconds. Who do you guys got for game number 2? Does Exile make it a quick series, or does MidKnight Gaming bring us to a best of 3?
I think it's a hard question. It will depend a lot again in the early game and who puts more pressure in the early game. Because if we look at both matchups, they're very, very snowbally. Like Poppy can become a monster early game. Kalista and Thresh, we saw last game what they could do. But on the other hand, you have Elisandra that can flank you if she gets ahead and gets a quick Zonias. We have an R that's gonna bully out Poppy a lot, and we have a Lucian and a Morgana that's like lane bullies as well. So whoever puts the most pressure in the early game wins the game, in my opinion. And the only way I can see that for MidKnight Gaming to win is by how much patience do they have in their jungler to just wait for everybody that in the lane they want to gank to just waste their escapes. That's the only way they can make the Volibear work. Like, let's say if Lucian dashes in and Morgana binds somebody, then that's the sign for the Volibear to go and maybe blow a flash. And maybe, like, revisit that lane over and over and over again. Otherwise, at least Cocoon is more of, like easy way to just gank a lane. Or just, throw your Cocoon and force your flash and then just walk out. Nice and easy. So, I think it will depend a lot in the early game.
So far, I would have to give this one to Exile. I think they had the stronger comp in game, or sorry, the stronger team play in game one that we saw. Just more synergy. MidKnight kind of looks shaky, so maybe they can turn around, play more of an underdog, and this into 3 games. But I'll give this one to Team Exile as well, just because I think stronger. However, in the chat right now, it's 4-1 for Exile. More people thinking Team Exile win. So yes, and Ibis, to answer your question, series score is 1-0 for Team Exile. So we're looking for, could we go to a game 3? I mean, I would love to see a game 3. I love
Absolutely.
casting. Or are we gonna see
yes.
are we gonna see a 2-0?
Yeah, like even though I do think Team Exile with this comp will take it, but the back of my mind I'm really rooting for MidKnight because I just want to see a game 3. And another thing I want to point out, Colthrow is back on another level 4 mastery champion.
Oh man, this guy and his level 4 mastery champion. Love this.
So this level 4 Elise will be
Oh, but Demonic Crow has level 5.
that's already a slight advantage. Alright, before we actually get too far into this game, hold
Oh
on,
boy,
we might
oh
have
boy.
got an invade coming in. Nikki Poo getting a little caught. And just like that, a good lockdown. That's gonna be first blood. Colthrow doing it again.
I love that. I absolutely love that. The Lissandra Flash W. Make sure that that Thresh was CC locked. I mean, Thresh had he had probably 0.5 seconds in between them that he could have flashed away, but I think he thought he was okay. I mean, I definitely wasn't expecting the Flash W from Lissandra, so I don't think he was either. I think that he thought he was good, but yeah, that Flash W from Lissandra really got him in first blood. Obviously, the cold throw, not a guy you want to get first blood. As we saw last game, he translated that into very heavy pressure on the map.
Wow, and he
Absolutely,
actually...
especially.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, you're fine, buddy. Sorry about that. You go right ahead.
Yeah, I want to say that instead of buying a jungle item, he bought boots and ping ward.
Exactly the
So
point I was going to make too. Yes, we'll be looking to make that early pressure exactly like just how we did on last game with the Poppy.
I actually love that. I think that's actually a lot
That's a
smarter.
great idea.
And
Absolutely
Fresh
great
also
idea.
started Lantern. Did he start Lantern because of the invade? Is that what happened
Yeah,
there?
I believe he was using it to. I'm not sure if he was using it to check the brush or was just doing it to try to get that little bit of shield.
Yeah, I think that was too. Yeah, that was very interesting.
That's the thing. Like there was so much lock. Like I don't think even if he wanted to flash, I don't think he could have due to how much CC this team has.
Yeah.
yeah,
So
and
we did have the
go ahead.
standard side jungling. Volibear going up the red, at least going to blue. You know, except for that cheeky. I was not expecting really that little cheeky fight by the bush.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know
Go
why
ahead.
Kalista didn't go and ward the bush when Thresh is binded in the very start. He cannot walk out of the base, so I think Kalista should have always warded that bush because they could have just invaded that. But Midnight Gaming never warded the bush. I'm very, very confused why they not ward that.
And you've gotta look at the level ones and gotta say, you know, they have a Elise, they have a Morgana. Like the it is very strong. It's the same thing, right? Like going against a Blitzcrank, you gotta know. All right, the Blitzcrank is probably gonna invade. Same thing with Morgana, at least. Very, very strong invade.
Yeah, absolutely. I was. You also got to look at the side. The Exile really is coming into game 2 with a lot of. Oh wait, hold on. We got a big fight coming down here. Teleport's coming in. There'll be a kill picked up for Sol. That'll be a teleport coming in. That was
He gets away just
pretty good.
Spirit has to burn his heal and his flash though.
Cold throw. Oh, very nice repel. Very nice and cold throw. Coming in, grabbing True Justice. And cold throw, he's doing it again. 2-0 at 4 minutes.
Koltho's really flexed his muscles in this series. He's really shown his capability of being a really great jungler. Despite his level 4 mastery, he looks like he's a complete level 5 mastery of this game. He's done such a good job just dominating people. And then obviously, you know, taking the boots and the Pinkwood, as we said, was a really, really smart move in my opinion. Especially on Elise, you don't really need that sustain. Elise has one of the best jungle clears, so you don't really need to get the extra jungle on him. Get the boots, have stronger ganks in the early game, snowball your Elise. That's something that you don't want to face as a snowballed Elise.
The pink ward that he actually placed in the top bush that Nar and Poppy are fighting right now got cleared by Tiny J-Man. So I don't know why Nar let that go.
What did the ward ever do to him, eh?
I think what happened was Colthrow went topside, placed the ward so that he can keep Nar safe from getting ganked, and then Poppy just went out and cleared that.
Yep.
Yeah, as we see up in the top lane, Diana and Tiny J-Man really just kind of doing a nice little trade here. Back to the point I was saying earlier, Team Exile right now, you know, the game 1 domination that they had, you know, they're coming into game 2 with a lot of confidence, knowing that just with one game they can put the first series, the IML, completely down. As we got True Justice here getting dunked out a bit. Nice roam up from customer support. It's just already a lot of moves being made about the map for Team Exile. As we have Skelton coming in. Going into the Mega Gnar there's the hop out. Skelton just cannot get to him in time. There's a stun coming in for Gnar.
We've seen this before. Coldthrow always tends to come up after, right on time for the counter gank. Can they turn this around?
Absolutely. Back down to Little Gnar. So we got the stun coming in. We have the hyperactive coming in. There's the flash coming out from Skelton. Passive is popped. And Coldthrow once again just being wherever Skelton is.
Yeah,
Hold on, we got a pick out here. We got to pick out customer support. A little bit picked out. One run will take it down. Sol will grab another kill, and that's the second kill of the game for Sol.
Oh, I really like this. I like that Sol and Nikki Boo are doing a good job at this lane because, you know, they got beat by it last time. They saw how they did it, and now they're doing a very good job at playing this lane. Fresh Calista is such a strong lane, and they're doing a really good job at that.
Coldthrow and Skelton, Legendary coming in very nicely. Coldthrow, his third kill of the game. He's just picking up where he left off last game.
Yeah, he's doing a great job.
However, you know, one thing we gotta watch out for is you don't want to put all of your eggs in one basket. The Elise is great to get fed, but you don't want to give her every single kill. And
Flash Cocoon and Legendary coming in, taking some tower shots. There's a flash out of it. Coldthrow and Legendary, pretty low health, but it looks like they will get out of it just fine. So that'll be a kill picked up for I am Mr. Legendary, and it's already coming in with 1,000 gold lead at 7 minutes.
As I say, you don't want to give Elise all the kills. Sandra gets a kill and Elise gives it over. Very well played.
Yeah, if you look at Legendary right now, you know, 1-0 and 2. You know, 3 of the 4 kill participation. He's been, although not getting all the kills, he does have the 1 kill, the 2 assists. Is slightly behind in farm, but as far as total gold, is up over 300 right now. So very good movement coming in from Mr. Legendary.
Yeah, both of them can dive a turret, So it's actually really good for them. Like Lissandra can ult herself, Elise can just repel away. So they would need really to be careful. Like MidKnight Gaming really needs to be careful of the potential diving that can happen from Team Exile.
Exactly. So we have the calling coming out here. Demonic Pro just trying to. No, might have went in a little bit too deep. Good flash in. Will pick up the kill on Soul, but here comes Skeleton coming in. And we got two low members coming in for Exile. We got the teleport coming in. And then he gets the
5-man
kill down.
squad.
There comes the Gnar. There comes the Gnar. There's the kill down on Skeleton. And Diana grabbing up a kill. Turned out to be a 2-for-1. Will this be a 3-for-1? It looks like will be just who will get the kill. And that will go to Diana. So that teleport coming down will grab 2 kills. And there's Coal Throw. We see that level 4 mastery.
Every single time there's a bottom fight, you have 1 or 2 TPs coming in from Team Exile. They are just so on point. They're doing such a good job at using their TPs, at coordinating them too. A big problem that you find with players is they have the TPs, but then it's just a wasted summoner because they're not using them. But Team Exile is not doing that. They use them very, very well.
Yeah, this is the second time that's happening that Tiny J-Man is not using his teleport while actually Diana used her teleport. So I'm really surprised by the response from MidKnight Gaming up here. Oh boy.
Hold on, we got an ult in there. Demonic Pro looks like he's gonna be a little caught. Very good ult, and Demonic Pro will go down. Soul now at 3-1 as we have a little skirmish up here in the top lane. Diana and Tiny J-Man going out. They've got an ult, and it's gonna be a flash, but Diana will pick up the kill, and that's a 3-0 Gnar right now.
Yeah, this is really not fun. They're now, Team Exile's bottom lane is struggling, but where their bottom lane is struggling, their solo lanes are doing very, very well. Obviously, 301 Gnar is not something you want to face, especially if he starts to get a little bit of damage early. Gnar just tends to shred right through the team. And then Lissandra, 104, obviously doesn't have a lot of kills, but a lot of assists. She's been involved in a lot of the kills.
As we have the teleport coming in back top. Coal Throw. Alright, they'll just clear that ward. Get out of it. Skeleton realizes he doesn't want to push into that Elise or Lissandra.
Not the best start from MidKnight, but nothing too hard to come back from.
Not quite. Legendary hits down the ult, but then we got Oriana with the flash shockwave, and Legendary will go down. Skeleton will pick up the kill. Coal Throw trying to get out of this, but Skeleton close on the heels shuts down the spider, and that'll be a kill for Jay Skeleton now at 3-2.
Very, very well played. True Justice. Both games, we've seen his team struggle a little bit. But both games we said True Justice has done very well. And this game again, he's done very well on the Oriana. And I really like this cleanse pickup. And we just missed a kill because I was talking. But obviously...
we sit in the top lane. We saw Diana hit the Gnar ult. That was a beautiful flash. Flashback, gets the hyper passive, gets out of that, picks up a solo kill in the top lane. This just goes, this Gnar is now 4-0, Poppy 0-2. Tiny J-Man really just needs to kind of play safe a bit. Just try to farm under turret, get back into this game, because so far, Diana is just completely blowing this up.
Yeah, it's really interesting. In the first game, we saw Diana struggling and Demonic Pro doing extremely well. But this game, it shows that their team comp is just really well-rounded. Everybody can carry. Diana is the one actually carrying, where Demonic Pro is struggling a little bit more. So it shows that everybody on this team can carry.
Yeah, and then all of that happened. Diana got ahead because of the teleport in bot. That Tiny J-Man chose not to teleport. All of that pressure happened because of one teleport.
Yeah, Diana, has just been very good with these teleports, just making all the plays happen. It's like, we gotta dive into turret, and Skeleton going down. That's a dive right there, and Coal Throw just at it again, is gonna get some good damage here on this mid-tier one.
Team Exile is doing a very good job roaming, a very good job picking people off, and really look like a strong team right now.
Absolutely. Demonic Pro Not quite sure what happened. Really didn't try to move at all, but we did get a kill from Soul. And up in the top lane, Cole Throw, just grabbing another one, just waiting for that level 4 mastery spam. Another lockdown of True Justice. This is just absolute. This is just showing what this Team Exile comp can do. They can go as they please. They have so much crowd control. If they catch you even the slightest bit out of position, you're going down. It's all there is to it.
They're
Yeah,
using the picks very well.
they're trading their bot side of the map for both mid and top side. Like we saw, a Demonic Pro getting caught again. That's because
The catch out. Very good try from Nicky Poo. Good try. Not quite there. No one really followed up on it, but that was but it's a cost. It was the cost of an ult though.
yeah. And then back to my point is that Demonic Pro is getting caught because his support is throwing a lot. Not throwing. I'm sorry. Is roaming a lot. So because he's
Yeah.
roaming a lot and he helped mid like over like 2 or 3 kills at least, that's why he's getting caught. And we have a pause up here, boys.
Don't know the reason yet, but
Oh,
We have a restart on a PC. Yes, I wonder if that is what, if it was on a Pro, if anything like
that was
that.
Demonic Pro that paused. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
because
think Demonic Pro just stopped moving because he knew he was gonna die.
yes, that one was
Yeah.
but customer support has issues with his computer actually.
Oh, it's customer the one that's having
Yes.
the issues.
Yeah.
Okay.
But Demonic Pro over there knew that he was dead, so he didn't waste any time, trying to.
Yeah. For some reason, I thought if it was that it was Demonic Pro having any of the issues. That's why he didn't at least attempt. But you're right. Yeah, there was. I don't believe there was really getting anything out of it. The Rend taking him out, or he got the Thresh with Hook. He pretty much knew he was Dunsville right there.
Yes.
Yeah, well, so far they've had 2 different supports come in, Fennec side and customer support. But honestly, you can tell that their team plan is very similar because both Fennec side and support both roam. So it doesn't matter who they put in, both supports want to roam, both supports want to help out the mid laner, get him ahead, and not only do they roam, but they roam with the jungler. And, being a support main, the biggest part about what makes a good support and a great support is that ability to roam. A good support can win lane all the time, but a great support can not just win lane, but knows when to go and roam. When the lane is pushed or when you're about to go back or whatever. And he's getting those in. And I mean, now look at Colfro's got a 5-1 right now, and it's only 14 minutes in. So
And we had Diana disconnect as well.
reminder, 5 minutes of pause time. Obviously up to each DCs or whatever, lag issues. Could be up to maximum 5 minutes, hopefully not. Hopefully they get back on. Right?
I'm surprised by True Justice not picking up a Boots yet. He picked up his Catalyst and Natir, so he's going into a very, very scaly Orianna build, which I am not a fan of. I think he should have went into Athens against like 2 threats like Lissandra and Elise. And him not picking up his Boots yet means that if he cannot dodge a lot the hooks, but the bindings by Morgana or at least Cocoon. So I think that's hurting him a lot, not picking up Boots. And we see also a Poppy picking up like it looks like a Black Cleaver. So I'm not sure why she didn't go for an Iceborne Gauntlet. Hopefully Diana reconnected back here, so we're only waiting for a customer.
Yeah, like back to your point with True Justice. The fact that he's going a scaling build on a champion that is currently at 0-3 right now. Like he has no as far as his tier and whatnot. I don't exactly know what the stacking. He has 69 out of the 750 stack right now, and that's at 14 minutes. I'm not sure. I don't believe that the scaling champion or the scaling build will really hold up. Very very much, especially against the way that Team Exile is just roaming across the map and taking what they're wanting right now.
Yeah.
And not only that, but you gotta realize, like, as a mid laner, you gotta point out, if they're roaming a lot, if they're, Elise is really far ahead, don't go the scaling. Because you're not even gonna get to that late game. You're not gonna get to that point where your rod has 10 stacks. You're not gonna get to that point where your tier is fully stacked. And right now, the only tier that's fully stacked is their actual tiers if they lose this game because of that build. They want to be able to get. I agree with Jim and what he was saying. You want to be able to get the Fiends, or even something like the Abyssal, something to deal with the Elise and the Lissandra and the Morgana. They have a ton of AP on the enemy team, and we did see the Elise go the Runic Echoes and not the Cinderhulk. So clearly going for that aggressive AP, you might as well just get some MR.
Yeah, I have to say right now, if anything, the Orianna should be strictly utility right now, because being behind as they are, just kind of focus on getting the shields, getting. I think right now Skelton, throw the ball into Skelton, go in, hit the shockwave, and just try to get something out of there. Although at 14 minutes in this game, they're down 3,000 gold. Obviously, a bit better than what they were at 14 minutes in the first game. It's still looking like right now it's going Team Exile's way completely.
Yeah, and actually in this scenario that they have also Volibear, I would prefer if maybe Orianna would get into a Frost Queen's claim. So, maybe Orianna could slow the enemy team while she can speed up also Volibear. So I think picking up maybe a Frost Queen claim, and Athena's and Holy Grail, and picking up also Azonia's would most likely benefit Orianna a lot more than the build that she is going right now. So I'm not surprised by Orianna's build.
All right, we're sitting here 24 minutes. We're still waiting for customer support to come back to the game.
I think he needs actual customer support.
So
yes, according to Diana, the PC's needing an update. So
I think the rules. Yeah, I think the rules were that 5 minutes of pause, and if he's not back, they would have to play without him actually being back.
Yeah, they've been notified that it's way past their time, so they actually will have to play without him if he doesn't come, or forfeit the game. I assume they'll probably just play without him, wait till he comes back, and just play a little bit more safe. But yeah, the rules of the league, only 5 minutes of pause. And it keeps it so that games don't go too long. Obviously, them being a best-of-3 series game, very long.
Yep.
Don't want to be going till 12:30 at night if it goes.
Yeah. And do you think that's also gonna cost them maybe a ban for next game?
I do not know.
Okay, yeah, because seeing the clans being, just popping in and out gets a little bit annoying to me. I don't know if you guys have the same thing.
I was hoping everybody else saw that as well, because I just see the clans it's like the skills on the ultra rapid fire just completely
Yeah.
just over and over. Like, this is pretty much what the skills look like whenever it's Earth mode.
Oh boy. I wish they would have Earth as a custom playable mode. Just
Yes.
imagine how many people would play Earth instead of Dominion.
Yeah, I would. Oh, Earth would be so popular if it was a custom. I don't know why Riot doesn't do that.
Yes.
It's
Alright, we actually have an
lucky.
unpause here.
Yes.
Both teams are understanding of the fact that the 5 minutes they have to play without, or they do have to forfeit the game. They did decide to continue with the game, obviously. So, what do you guys think the game plan is going to be now? Customer support's not there to roam. It still is a 4v5, and what if he doesn't come back and we get into these team fights?
I think the plan now is to just play safe, unlike they're doing.
Good flash from Wolfthrow. It could be a chunk of damage. There's a flash coming out for Legendary, just around the backside. Really not a lot of help. We got a teleport coming in. Tiny J-Man, kind of on the backside of the fight. Flash, Legendary hits the ult on himself. You have a late teleport coming in here from Diana. And that'll be Soul picking up a kill on the killing spree. Arl taking him out, and that'll be Saul going down. That'll be Colthrow grabbing another kill, and the Cocoon to go through. But Diana wants to go for this again. Will be going in, pops the passive for Jay Skelton. Will it be enough?
Ooh.
Good shockwave coming in for True Justice in the disengage. But Diana wants to go back into it. Diana will just throw a couple boomerangs, clear a ward, and go back through. So that was a pretty long team fight we had there.
What's impressive is it's 4v5, and they actually didn't do that bad. But obviously, shutting down Soul is a big thing. Soul being was 5-1-1. You know, you want to shut down that Callista. Don't want to let that Callista get too out of control, because we saw last game what happens when a Callista gets too out of control.
Yeah, that was a 2-for-1 trade for Team Exile, and just a little bit of misplays happening from Midnight Gaming not being coordinated as they should have been. So if they try and maybe and pick up a 5v5 fight while all of their members are grouped up, and maybe they can catch Nar without being him mega, I think Midnight Gaming can definitely turn the game around.
Yeah, there's going to be a little bit of gold coming in the pocket here as we do see Midnight Gaming taking out the bot lane tier 1, trying to close this gold lead a little bit. We saw on the previous backs, we saw an Aegis the Legion picked up coming in for Colthrow. And we have Diana trying to do some solo work on that top lane, so it looks like it's going to be a bot lane tier 1 for a top tier 2. We have a dragon picked up. Well, so that was a tower trade. Obviously works into the favor for Team Exile, grabbing a tier 2 over a tier 1. Whoa! Got the ult there. Colthrow caught in between the turrets. Will repel up, but will get shut down, and that'll be True Justice. Finally getting himself on the board 17 minutes in.
Yeah, that kill will definitely help him out. You want to get that, especially with this scaling build. I mean, you gotta just run with it now. It's too late to kind of go back and sell things, so just run this scaling build and hopefully get that late game. It'll do a ton of damage.
Yeah.
Yeah. For a second, I want to talk about about this vision. The last game we saw Team Exile really just get very aggressive wards around this time in game number 1, where they had a lot of the wards in the enemy jungle. If we look, Team Exile, or I'm sorry, Team Midnight Gaming, they're getting a bit of wards, mostly into the river entrances towards this bot side. So getting a bit more aggressive with their wards, like they did in last game, which completely let Team Exile just control the entire map.
Yeah, it's also due to the fact that Morgana isn't here, and while Elise has only a tracker's knife and a red trinket, so they don't have as many visions as they would if Morgana was up here, but we see Poppy here overextending without having any proper vision.
Absolutely, we're gonna have to see here. Oh, Lysandra coming in. There's all that CC coming through. That's what we talked about when we had Champ Select. So much CC lockdown. That'll be Colthrow. Grab another kill, 7th kill of the game, and welcome back, customer support. Hopefully you found the customer support you needed, as we see Rift Herald getting picked up right now. So we'll be going over to what looks like Demonic Pro, as we do have the ult coming in. We have Thresh who throws out the ult, Repel coming up. Whoa, good burst of damage there, as we have another kill, this time coming out. 3 members, double kill coming out there. They're aced. Complete ace right now. That was an ace for none. What happened?
That was a great play by Lysandra, flanking in the bottom side of Midnight Gaming, and she actually stopped Thresh and Orianna from moving, and she ulted Kalista, so Kalista would not be able to do anything in the team fight. And since there was no peel left for Kalista, and Kalista was actually the only fed member from Midnight Gaming, all of their damage was completely gone, so that way Exile turned the fight completely around.
And they did this 4v5 too, so that's a really good fight. Honestly, as Midnight Gaming right now, you just gotta group up as 5. It's 5v4, you gotta stay as 5 members and just move in and try to take down turrets. They don't really have a strong wave player If you're spread out, they're just going to pick you off. You can't be spread out against this Elise and against this Morgana. They're going to pick you off over and over and over again, like we saw there.
Right. We have a QSS coming in for Soul. As we see, we had Banner Command actually getting finished. The Elise. Hold on, we got Diana coming through. There's going to be the Callista ult, just safety. A Thresh. Oh, but he goes back into it. Skeleton coming in to throw Demonic Pro. Killing the Thresh. Not exactly sure if going in was the best idea. A Demonic Pro grabbing a double kill off of that. And for a second, as we'll see, if there's the flash coming in for Colthrow, and Colthrow grabbing another kill. 9th kill of the game. That's customers going back down for the second time. Real quick, I'm going to talk about this Diana right now. Obviously, probably a little bit salty. They weren't our pick for MVP of the first game. 708 at 20 minutes on this Gnar.
Yeah, he's doing very good. And honestly, in my opinion, you know, Colthrow, actually this whole series has just had such a huge impact, and gotta credit Colthrow for everything he's doing.
They know they got it. Demonic Crow grabs another legendary. They're just diving. This is exactly what happened last time. They got such a big lead, and then they just started diving turrets and getting the kills and just completely shutting down the map. This is looking just like last game.
What was a really close game, first kind of just snowballed completely out of control, especially after that Ricktail take. Hasn't looked good for MidKnight. Definitely some things to kind of take into next series starting tomorrow, is they've got to work on that team synergy and that team cohesion. We pointed out many times that Tiny J-Man just wasn't TPing in time to respond to Diana's TPs, and it's really hindered them this game. And not only that, but you just see the rotations from Team Exile. As MidKnight Gaming right now, you just gotta look at it and be like, what are they doing good, and how can we take away from this?
Yeah, absolutely. Like, it's funny because the lead really didn't start coming out. Like, while customer support was still AFK, they were still building up that gold lead. They were taking the objectives. They weren't. Yes, they were fighting, but they weren't fighting nearly as much. Getting with customer out, you know, is the 4v5 really going to be that big of a difference, especially when you're coming in over a 12,000 gold lead?
Now that they lost a couple of fights, I don't think they could actually. Maybe if Oriana gets a good ulti and you know, Poppy can just like knock away Lissandra and Gnar, maybe they could win a team fight, which is very unlikely to happen. But things are looking very, very grim for MidKnight Gaming. And I think, you know, they lost their chances in the Dragon fight a little bit when they couldn't, when they were not grouped. And they gave a lot of gold to Team Exile. So unless they get a really good team fight, things are looking, again, really
Looking
grim.
like another really early Baron coming out here for Team Exile, or at least trying to get the bait, but does get spotted out. But they're going to go for it anyway. Let's do it. They want to fight this.
I'm not entirely sure about this because they took a lot of damage from the Baron pit. We'll see how this plays.
Yeah, I don't think it was a very necessary start for the Dragon, or start for the Baron. A little bit of cheeky play though. There was, I don't know if they were just trying to bait it in to try to play. I don't know, but
I think what their
honestly,
goal was to just lure MidKnight Gaming out of their base and maybe get a good Gnar ulti and maybe just like kill them and then get the Baron and then like get inhibitor towers and get inhibitors, but it looked like it didn't work, so they're picking up a Drake up here. Good play.
yeah, the objectives are they're just falling the way for Team XR right now. MidKnight really just can't do much. The only thing that they can really do is, you know, hopefully, like you said, try to get a good Oriana ult out there. Just get something. You know, they're down 13,000 gold at 24 minutes. Just turning into exactly what Game 1 turned into.
Yeah. And I think the way the Team Exile are playing right now is really good. Oh boy.
Oh boy, Diana just flexing them muscles. Now legendary 809. As we look right now, he actually has, you know, the frozen. He's the first hammer. He's got the Got the Black Cleaver. He has so much damage, and he's just shredding through absolutely everybody right now.
Yep. And
This is not looking too good. I mean, and now they're taking the Baron. You've got the Volley Baron close on the complete opposite end of the map. It doesn't really look like they can test this at all. They're gonna
We got
try
a bit
though.
of damage coming out here.
well.
Nope, there's just nobody there. There's just Tiny J-Man there, and the rest of the team. Oh, almost got it, but it does get taken. And it looks like we will have a fight started. Demonic Pro killing out the Callista. And that's legendary now on a killing spree, and that's a double kill coming out for Demonic Pro. And this game looks, if it wasn't over before, it's over now.
Yeah, they're not really looking too good right now, MidKnight. I think they're kind of just demoralized, especially because they're just down by so much this game. I mean, the Baron was taken, they had a ward on it, and they just can't even contest the Baron 4v5 at this point. Looking like it's pretty much over. But I do commend their sportsmanship for not surrendering.
Absolutely.
They're
Absolutely.
gonna play it through, which is good. That's what do you call it? Sportsmanship. Good sportsmanship.
Absolutely. Like Tiny J-Man, you know, he's sitting at 0-6 right now. Obviously, not the easiest game, or not the best game from him. We'll look to see, you know, as this is the first day of IML. As it goes on, you know, we hope to see, obviously, a bit of improvement from MidKnight Gaming, because this has just been two completely just blown out games from Team Exile.
This is looking really good for Team Exile to start off the year 2-0. Obviously, a 2-0 is 3 points. You want to get that 2-0 rather than a 2-1 because it can only be it's only 2 points. And Soul getting caught out.
We'll be trying to use that massive and beautiful cocoon.
Oh, and he used the
Legendary grabs
QSS improperly too. He used the QSS after he had gotten cocooned. I understand that's really hard to time. You got to do it right away, but unfortunately he did it a little bit too early.
Yeah, like it's really hard to, especially when almost everybody, for the exception of Demonic Pro, having just insane crowd control right now. It's just really hard to pick. Like, what do you QSS? There's just so much damage coming from everybody right now.
Yep. Yeah, it's not fun trying to QSS a Morgana, Lissandra, Elise.
Whoa, Colthrow get it with a lot of burst. There's that double kill again. We got the top lane, nice little skirmish. Well, Diana, Tiny J-Man hits him with the stun. This is looking like this is gonna be the closeout of the game right here. Diana, stop it, man. You're legendary. We get it. And this is Nexus turret number 1. Nexus turret number 2 falls. And at 28 minutes, the Nexus will fall. Game number 2, 2-0 for Team Exile.
Yep, that's pretty decisive victory. Pretty good victory for Team Exile. MidKnight Gaming just looking a little bit shaky in their first series. However, it is the first series. You know, you can't get too down on yourself. You have lots of time to see the rest of the series and to see how you do. But yeah, just first good start to the season. Getting off 2-0. That's nice.
Absolutely. Yeah, as we take a look at the damage through, most damage of the game coming in for Diana. Not really too surprised. He was all over the map.
Yeah, Diana, I mean, I'll give my MVP to Colthrow. He did extremely well in that game. Colthrow, actually in this series, I'd have to give him MVP. That first game on Poppy Jungle, he did a very good job. And then as the Elise, he also did a very good job. He really knew how to take over these games. His jungle pressure was really good. And yeah, I gotta give it to him. He did pretty good.
Yeah, he put a lot of pressure early game, and I think he was one of the reasons that also that Diana and Nar had a really great game. So that TP, I think that they did in the bot side of the map actually won them the game. So Diana would get like really fed, and that way he could actually snowball that lead into Poppy, and then into the turrets, and then into the 4v5 team fights. So a great pick and ban phase from Team Exile, in my opinion. So I think for Midnight Gaming, they would have to find out what works for them really well. So for this game, I think Kalista and Thresh worked out for them really nicely. That like they were able to get a lead, but their mid and top collapsed of the pressure that Team Exile put on them. So it's a little bit hard, and they would have to fix a little bit. I think their communication a lot.
All right, well, that is it, ladies and gentlemen. That's all for us tonight. We'll be back tomorrow. I'm just going to check the schedule real quick. But we will be back tomorrow night, same time around there, 8:20, 8:30. You can tune in here at Imperial Esports LOL. Twitch.tv/Imperial Esports LOL. Please subscribe, follow our channel, subscribe to our Reddit, and our Twitter, and our Facebook, and all that fun stuff. Keep up to date. On behalf of Dan, or Emperor, or whatever you want to call him, and Jim and Luminicious, I thank you for coming out tonight, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Have a great night, guys.
Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you follow us on the stream and on the links that were posted. Thank you for watching.